How's it going, YouTube? Jamie the Kid 00 here, bringing you guys Cardiff Regional's top 4 feature between Mermail and Mermail. I should also note here that this is a feature match against the YCS Brighton champion back in 2012, who won it using Macro Rabbit, well, Dino Rabbit. I'd also recommend watching this video with the original audio because, to be honest, the banter in it is great. You can find that in the description below, but for now, we're going to get on with the video. Ping, my opponent, is going to be going first. He's setting 4 back row, a mighty 4, and then passing turn to me. It's an incredible start, in my opinion, and I really had no idea where I was going to start picking away at that back row, especially seeing it was Mermail. So we take a quick look at my hand, which I believe is Controller, Pike, Gauze, Mystical Space Typhoon, Sphere, and one other card. I can't honestly tell you what they are yet. Possibly Vegalo. But I honestly couldn't tell you what they are from that brief look. If you want to pause the video, you're very welcome to check. It was a title, sorry, it was a title. So I'm going to activate the effect of Abyss Pike, discarding title. Someone covers up the camera for a brief moment. My opponent is going to respond with Fiendish Chain. I think about responding with Mystical Space Typhoon, but at this point in time, I'd rather hold this Typhoon for the Sphere, because my hand is kind of awkward. So when I attempt to leave the main phase, I'm not even sure if that's a Space Typhoon now. It might be a salvage. It's probably a salvage. So my opponent activates Sphere when I attempt to leave the main phase. I'm then going to proceed to the end phase, allowing him to special summon a copy of... and I'm not sure what he's going to get just yet. We'll see in a moment. Sorry about any camera issues. I think our cameraman just sat down and realised he didn't have a good angle and had to stand back up again. It is after all a guy stood trying to hold the camera, and he records 3 matches across the course of this, so he does have a right to get tired. So he's going to special summon Mermail Abyss Turge off of his Lind being sent. He's going to attempt to activate Turge and, by sending infantry to grave and then adding it back to hand. Now, there's been ruling debates at multiple events as to whether or not the infantry would activate if it was added straight back to hand. And we ruled at the start of this event, I asked the judge, because I was worried about it myself, that it would not activate because the hand is not considered a public area. So, Ping wasn't aware of that, and to be honest, it's probably something we probably should have shouted out at the start of the event, considering how many Mermail players there were. But he agrees. The judge was sat right next to him, as you could see when the camera panned up. He was the gentleman to the side of Ping was the head judge, and he explained the ruling to him. But it is something that's been in debate, and it is something that I wish Konami would clarify. But we couldn't find a solid ruling, so we declared that the hand was not a public area, therefore the card could not activate. So the card was added back to hand, and Ping just took it on the chest as a misplay. But annoyingly enough, I do wish that the effect was a bit more clarified, because it is technically sent. At UK Nationals, it was allowed. UK Nationals in May, I think in May or June, it was allowed, but it's since been disputed. So it then becomes Ping's turn, draws for his turn. I think he has more back row to set if he's moving his back row over. But that Turge is a precursor for something that's just going to get absolutely a lot worse. When a Mermail player has 1 level 4 on field, it means there are only 1 more, and there it is, 1 more level 4 away from a really dreaded Dweller play. So he's going to summon Pike, sending infantry to destroy my Pike, and search out Genex Undyne, which sets him up in a really, really nice position. Because he's going to be able to end this turn with 2 set back row and a Dweller and an in-hand Undyne to deal with anything I choose to put out next turn. So he's of course going to overlay, he debates for a moment because he says you could make Bahamut Shark. Bahamut Shark is of course a card, but in this matchup I feel that Dweller is of course the much better choice. Because Bahamut Shark does give him a good bit of staying power, but he doesn't know what the rest of my hand is. So he goes for the Dweller. He asked me to cut his deck before I take my turn, and then I draw for my turn. So we're going to see what I may happen to have. Sorry about the delay, but sometimes there's just nothing for me to really say. Staring down that Dweller is a big problem. I think our cameraman likes taking too much video of Ping. He really does. So we're going to activate Teus, sending Megalo from our hand. Luckily, the hand was dead anyway, so the Dweller was really doing nothing to us because there was nothing to send. So I send Megalo, activating Teus' effective surge. Ping clarifies that activation is absolutely fine. So I search the deck for a copy of a Mermail Abyss Lind, I believe. I can't really see it because it's off the camera, but it's really not going to matter. So Ping shuffles, because I offer the cut. I wish I could shuffle that well. I really do. I then summon Jetix Controller from my hand. Opening the dead controller is absolutely fantastic. It's the worst feeling in the world. I'm then going to attempt to synchro summon Leo, Guardian of the Sacred Tree, and Ping asks to, of course, read it. And he has one of the few non-targeting cards that can really shut the card out, and that will lead towards him concluding the first game very, very quickly. To my dismay, I really wish that my summon had stuck, but as you will see, he does have one of the perfect outs. He shows me the bottomless trap hole and says, I believe this doesn't target, which then leads to me promptly checking my hand and then proceeding to scoop it up in response to his entire field. Sorry, no, I try and set a squall. He then responds with Sphere, and I'm then just going to pick up and move to game 3, because he reveals a bit of a game-pushing hand if you pause it there. That says he wins, as you